Louisville trails by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
They've got Jones. Smith is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. And for Louisville, Freak in at the 3. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then there's Payton. And it's Mack in at the 5 spot. Here's Flash. Stripped it away. 1:25 left here in the first half. Payton can't get it to go.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan. One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Freak. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Michigan moving it around. Sanders against Crawford. Screen by Ellis. Flash passes to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Flash. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Flash has got his first 3 points of the game. Rozier the pass to Freak. At the elbow, Sanders. Here's Mack. A second chance effort. No good on the buzzer beater. And we... And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
On the court for Michigan, they've got Smith. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
And guys, over the years, Louisville has had a reputation of being a high-flying offense. You know they'll play at a high tempo and create a lot of chances. It's just what has worked for the program for so long.
Now here's Crawford. Screened by Ellis. Crawford outside. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Puts it up from 7. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Greg, you said it moments ago, Louisville, a team that can get up and down the floor with great ease on both ends. They like to be the aggressor in every situation. Louisville trails by 5. On the court for Louisville, Freak, he's in at 3. Sanders is out there with Price. Then it's Jones. And it's Mack in at the 5, roaming the paint. Crawford drives in, gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And here's Louisville. Here's Freak. It's Cunningham with the rebound. The Wolverines leading by 7. Here's Flash. The dish to Smith. Puts up the baby hook. They grab their own miss. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Yeah, and any team will take that excellent in terms of their efficiency.
Pass to Freak. Here's Flash. Dishes to Smith. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Wolverines.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Peyton, he's checked in for the Cardinals. Rozier comes in for Price. And he ends up making the second, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And so it's Louisville with it. Feeds it to Freak. Rozier, the pass to Matt. He dishes it to Sanders. At the elbow, it's Freak. It's tipped. Now the feed to Peyton to end the run, and he gets it to go. A minute 20 left to play here in the second half. Flash passes to Crawford. Here's Flash. Screen by Smith. Goes up to the stripe, and it comes off the front of the rim. Louisville trails by 8. Rozier, the pass to Freak. Inside. Soft touch off the glass.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Matt, it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Jones checked in for Cunningham, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And a nice job of nailing the first one of the 1-1, so the chance now to make it 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Passes it to Sanders. Kicks to Mack. The fader. Shot is off. Excellent defense there from Smith. 17 seconds left in the game. Here's Flash. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy. I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have. It's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the power forward.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Now here's Lee. He feeds it to Oubre. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Oubre's got his second bucket tonight.
Off to a nice start here. They hit all three from the field.
Freak kicks to Mack. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Lee outside. 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. And it's Louisville the other way. Here's Rozier. Here's Freak. No luck. Nice D from Duncan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to.
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attempt.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oubre can't get it to go. Louisville trails by 6. To the wing on the left. Out to the right wing. Freak dishes to Payton. Can they get it? And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Payton. Freak's got his second bucket of the game to go. Dishes to Oubre. Got a hand on it. Here's Rozier. Freak in at small forward. Sanders is out there with Rozier. Then there's Payton. And it's Mack in at the 5 down low. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan. And it's Gaines in at center. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Jayhawks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Jayhawks leading by 4. Feeds it to Oubre. There's the pick. Screen by Lee. Duncan, the pass to Lee. Good D by Sanders.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Terry setting the pick for Lee. Pass to Oubre. Kicks it to Gaines. Puts it up from 12. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And it's a completely new group for the... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach. But I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
Freak, he's in at 3. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then there's Peyton. And it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Kansas, we've got Oubre, and it's Gaines in at the center, filling out the middle. Good on the second free throw. Louisville trails by 9. Rozier the pass to Freak. The Cardinals shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting for the Cardinals. Freak at the line for 2.
And both free throws good from Freak. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
It's guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
Takes it off the glass. Freak's got 12.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Lee kicks to Duncan. Picked by Lee. There's the dish to Oubre. There's a good screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 10 points for him.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And it's Freak missing.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Out to the wing. Got a piece of it. From 13. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
This second half has been a tough one for Freak. Every bad bounce has happened, and things just are not falling for him right now.
And, you know, there's a danger when you get a couple of bad breaks to let it spiral out of control. If Freak can keep his composure, the team will see that and follow his lead and probably get back into this game.
6 on the shot clock. No good from Duncan. Louisville trails by 8. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And a wide open look for Freak. Can't get it to go. And Kansas the other way now. Duncan right side. Here's Terry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Sanders with the ball. Guarded now by Duncan. There's Freak. And count it from 19 feet away. Freak's got 14. Jayhawks leading by 6. Freak, he's in at small forward. Sanders is out there with Rozier. Then there's Peyton. And it's Mack in at the 5 spot. The feed to Duncan. To the middle, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean,
and the Jayhawks with possession. Jenkins dishes to Dedmon. It's rebounded by Louisville.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those points. That's not a sight you see very often. He has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the second half. No good. Odom kicks to Sanders. Back to Odom. Down low. It's stolen. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Jenkins the pass to Dedmon. Puts up the baby hook. It's in!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And here's Louisville.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Early dishes to Odom. Fires from 18. The offensive rebound. From beyond the arc. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just one. 6 seconds left in the second half of basketball. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. Plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
5 seconds left in the second half of basketball. And an intentional foul right there. And no problem there in the first free throw. 1-on-1 situation, so he'll get another. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that three-point lead.
And so the... And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and Louisville.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 slot.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Hawkins passes to Hill. He kicks to Decker. It's rebounded by Payton. And here are the Cardinals. Rozier, the pass to Freak. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Hill with it. Now defended by Sanders. They set the pick. Now the dish to Evans. Pulls up on the wing. No good. Now Louisville takes it the other way. Here is Sanders. Rozier, the pass to Sanders. Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Hill. And there's the 3-second violation. For the Cardinals, early he's checked in for Jones. Freak comes in for Russell. And it's Rozier in for Price. Freak in at shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Early. Then it's White. And it's Rozier in at the point guard. Wisconsin trails by 5. And for the Badgers, they've got Dawkins. Payton is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4. 44 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. The Badgers working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hawkins kicks to Evans. On the mark with the 15-footer. Here's Rozier. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. White is out there with Thomas. And it's Early in at center. Freak's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. Also Payton out there. Dawkins is out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward position. Here's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Cardinals shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good. Freak. And both free throws good from Freak.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Hawkins kicks to Evans. 1 second left. And a pretty tightly contested game here. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at 3. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then there's Payton. And it's Mack in at the center, filling out the middle. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward. Hill with it. Now defended by Sanders. Decker passes to Hawkins. They set the pick. And here's Hill for 3. The shot is off. Now Louisville takes it the other way.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside will be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And the dunk by Evans.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. And Wisconsin going with almost... Wisconsin trails by 5. Freak in a 2-guard. Early out there at White. And it's Mack in at the 5, roaming the paint. Payton kicks to Hawkins. Passes to Conley. Payton against White. Payton passes to Hawkins. Over in the corner, Conley. 5 on the clock. Hawkins kicks to Walker. The 19-foot shot, and good! He nails it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
So both teams making some changes here. Second free throw, no good. Wisconsin trails by 4. Hill with it. Evans at the elbow. Can't hit from 12. There's the steal, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the single bonus, and they'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Louisville.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
To the inside. Stolen by Decker. We've got 1:48 left here in the second half of the game. The Badgers working the ball around now. It's Hawkins on the wing, covered by Payton. The feed to Hill. To take the lead. That's good. And Wisconsin leads by 1.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. What a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Decker passes to Hawkins. Dishes it to Hill. Drops in the layup for 2.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
From 11 feet away, again the Cardinals score.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now Hawkins. Evans outside. Can't get it to fall.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Sanders kicks to Payton. Feeds to Freak. The Badgers pull it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Well, he won't miss many of those. especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's off from three-point range.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Can't sink it. And that was an important free throw.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Sinks it.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Right, fellas, let's see if we can take it. A couple stops, a couple buckets, and we get the W.
And the Badgers with possession here. Trailing by 2. Here's Decker. Oh, missed it.
Stay down, stay down.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both good from the line that time.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Here's Freak. It's off. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. And what a thrilling ride we're enjoying tonight, folks. Welcome back as we start the overtime period. So for the Cardinals, Freak's checked in for White. Sanders comes in for Russell. And it's Rozier in for Price. The Badgers also changing it up. Dawkins checked in for Hawkins. And Walker subbed in for Hill. Jumps up. Money!
Almost intimidating defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
So Wisconsin ends up going with the new group. And here's Hawkins. Inside. Here's Evans. Second chance shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And both free throws good for Evans.
They really had to have those free throws. It's down to a 1-possession lead.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play.
And the Badgers with possession here. 4-point game. Inside. Kaminsky dishes to Decker. Here is Hawkins. Here's Evans. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the free throw, no good. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
And so they foul intentionally. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And welcome back, folks, as we continue this epic journey of the college championship game broadcast right here on 2K Sports. Both of these teams want this thing so badly. We've got another overtime period now to see who will make history here tonight. Back to Sanders. Screen by Sanders. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Clock at 6. Louisville needs to get a shot off. For 3, Price. That's good.
Big three right there. I mean, I've got to say, defensive breakdown, no doubt. They've got to have a bigger man on him.
Look for Louisville. Peyton, he's checked in for Jones. Freak comes in for White. And it's Rozier in for Price. And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. To the wing right side. Hawkins kicks to Gibson. Right side, Conley. Dawkins, the pass to Hawkins. Over in the corner, Conley. And he gets the jumper to drop. There's 37 seconds left here in the second half of the game. It's stolen by Wade.
Overtime has become do or die time. An empty possession here, and I think they're finished.
No good from Gibson. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second half. And they go to the intentional foul. And no good on the 1-and-1.
Major missed opportunity. That should have been game over, guys.
Here's the Badgers with the ball. They trail by 3.
They are on the ropes, and it is time to put them away. Freak, we're putting it in your hands. Deliver the knockout blow. Let's finish this and get out of here with the W.
There's the pick. And here's Hill for 3. Offensive rebound. Wade dishes to Decker. Hill kicks to Evans. Here's Hawkins. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for the Cardinals, Andre Payton. 2 shots.
One shot.
And so the first one is good. He'll stay at the line for one more try. He hits both from the stripe.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
So Louisville wins it. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
Hi, I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr. P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But Freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, What if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
why.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do.
Pagnotti,
I am the best at what I
You
do.
have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract, front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye. We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
Cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select
Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
D'Angelo Russell
from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay
from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select
Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Frank Kaminsky
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select
Justice Winslow from Duke University.
With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select
Miles Turner from the University of Texas.
With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select
Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky.
With the 13th pick in the NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select
Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky.
With the 14th pick in the NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select
Cameron Payne
from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select
Kelly Oubre
from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select
Terry Rozier from University of Louisville.
With the 17th pick in the NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select
Rashad Vaughn from UNLV.
With the 18th pick in the NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select
Sam Decker
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select
Jaren Grant
from the University of Notre Dame. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select
DeLon Wright from the University of Utah.
With the 21st pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select
Justin Anderson from the University of Virginia.
With the 22nd pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select
Bobby Portis.
With the 23rd pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select the small forward from the University of Louisville.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady, Yvette. My dude, Vic.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you in town.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish.
I love you more.
And my agent, Miss